All right, so in Moodle, if you go down to Unit 4, I did place that video. I mean, not the video, the folder for the templates of the doors and all that stuff. So you would click on this folder under the reading and review. It's ACAD Win. You'll download the file. In my case, and leave it here so I can just click it, and then it comes up on this window. You can either go inside and start using it, pull the files out. If you want to access it from AutoCAD automatically, you'll have to right click on the file, and then you have to extract all, and it'll ask you where you want to place it. You'll browse and place it wherever you want to place it, and then once you've done that, you'll hit extract, and it'll pull out all the files and extract it, and then you'll have one with a little zipper and then one without a zipper. All right, the one without the zipper is the one you'll be able to use from AutoCAD the way I was doing the other day. If you do not, once again, if you do not unzip the file, if you do not extract the files, you will have trouble grabbing them from AutoCAD. You'll have to pull them out one by one. You have to go into the folder and pull out the folder piece by piece, or grab it all out and then copy it all out in order to use the files. They both get the same job done, but extracting is typically a little bit easier, especially if your computer knows how to, should be able to do it. So it shouldn't be that big of a deal. All right. Anyone have any problem with that?
No.
No, Mark. Thank you.
Did you guys have any questions with creating the doors and windows? For those of you that have already attempted it.
What's the biggest size of a window you can put in? Because I saw you were putting like small windows. I think they were small windows.
I had put a 3-foot window. The window size is dependent on you. You can do as small as a 2-foot window. You can do as big as a 6 or 10-foot window. Just know, I recommend whatever size windows you use, make something that is purchasable. Don't put a 2-foot 1 inch or 2-foot 1.5 inch window and then expect to go to the store and find that. All right. Stick to numbers, like I said last time, typically in 4s. And if it's divisible by 4, it should be good. Divisible by 4 inches to be specific. You should be good. And that's typical sizes that windows come in. If for whatever reason you need to go away from something divisible by 4 inches, just do know that will require a custom make and will not only cost the customer more money, but it'll cost you time because you have to get that special ordered and it has to be created, and that takes time away from the project. All right. But yeah, the windows is up to you. Once again, on the doors, I'd like to stick with 3-foot doors on the inside. And then for the doorway, for the main doorways, I like to go bigger, anywhere between 4 feet or bigger. Like I think back here, I did a 6-foot sliding door. I kind of rearranged my house a little bit. I have my hallway into my restroom, into the kids' bedrooms, into the master bedroom with the master bathroom and master closets. It honestly just depends on how you want to set up your windows. Once again, just make sure that they are divisible by 4 inches. That's typical. Or if you want, you can go as far as to Google windows that you see on like Home Depot, Lowe's, stuff like that. See if you like the size, and then go ahead and put that in there. Right now, you're focusing just on the width. Once we get to the elevations, that's where the height comes in. All right, so you'll want to start thinking about the height, but you won't know what height for sure until you get that elevation, unless, like I said, you go and look up images on Google and find some sizes that you would like, and that way you just have a good understanding of what you want. All right. So what I'm going to use this time mainly for, well, did I answer your question?
Yeah, you got it.
Does anyone else have any other questions? I wanted to use this time real quick just to show you guys openings without doors. Like for this hallway, I don't want to have a door there. I want to have some type of arched opening in the wall so I can walk through without having to open a door. Same thing here. So I just wanted to show you guys how to do that real quick. I mean, it's really common sense once you think about it, but just not being told, it's not so much common sense. So what we would do is, so let's say here, this is my main entrance. I would have a door there, so let me just copy and paste the door there for now. I'm just gonna put something here, kind of guesstimate it, just so I can have something. Once again, not deleting the foundation one. That foundation needs to stay there. So I would come in, and this is my foyer. I have a pretty long foyer. Originally, I did have it cut back, but when I decided to move my restroom here, instead of having it up here, I realized it was going to look kind of funky, but I figured I wanted to do something with this. So I elongated it to make this a separate room from everywhere else. And what I can do here is I can draw a line in the middle. Then I can offset. Let's say I want a 4-foot opening. So I'm gonna offset 24 inches. That gets deleted. This would turn into a hidden line. Where are we? Hidden. All right. And that tells me, hey, this is there's an opening here. All right. There's not a door, but there is an opening. And then the same thing here. So I would draw a line halfway between these 2 points. I guess I could go past for some reason. I'm gonna do a 24-inch again. Match properties from this one to these and delete that. All right, so I walk in. I actually need to flip this door around. I would walk in. There's an arch opening. I keep going straight, and from here I can go this way, go this way, go that way, go that way, or go this way. All right, once I'm in this hallway, I can go into the master, the restroom, or one of the kids' rooms. The reason I did rearrange my house is, like I said, hallways are a waste of space. So if I would have had this up here, it would have elongated my hallway. By shifting this and having this down here and having my own restroom and stuff up here, I maximize my space by minimizing the amount of hallway I have. All right. Even here, technically, if I wanted, I could trim this off. I don't need to have this wall kicked out. Or if I wanted, I could trim it back so it's not kicked out so much. That works too. So it could be like that. Just so if I walk in through here, you can't, people in the kitchen can't see this way. All right. This door does need to be flipped. Fun fact when it comes to doors, when you have residential doors usually open into the room or into the house. So you ever notice when you walk into a house, the door opens into the house. All right. These are sliding doors, so they don't do that. But the rooms, the door opens into the room. All right. There's a reason for that. Usually it's welcoming, and then it allows for people to, what's the word I'm looking for? It allows for better traffic flow, and it allows to keep it easier to access the building, as opposed to when it comes to commercial buildings. If you ever notice on a commercial building like a bank, if you notice a store, stuff like that, if it doesn't have sliding doors and it has the actual swinging doors, you'll notice that you have to pull the door to walk in. The doors open to the outside. The restroom doors open to the outside. The door to the store opens to the outside. All the doors open to the exterior, not into the room. Has anyone ever noticed that? Anyone ever paid attention to that?
No, not really. I just go into the door. That's all.
I wouldn't recommend paying attention to this, to like TSTC, because TSTC is a state facility, and they supersede certain rules, so they don't have to follow certain rules, and that's one of the rules that they constantly break. But when it comes to commercial buildings, the door opens out. The door opens from if you're on the outside, the door opens to the outside. Like if you've ever been to like Barnes and Nobles, if you've ever been to Kohl's, to Walmart, well, Walmart has sliding doors. If you've ever been to, I don't know, Melrose, Marshalls, I'm trying to think of stores, and I can only think of the ones that my wife goes to right now. Those doors you pull to walk in. All right. Can anyone tell me why? Why do you think you have to pull the door to walk in instead of push the door to walk in?
Because of the items you have? Like if it's big items or something like that?
No.
Space?
Nope.
Does it have to do with locking the doors by any chance?
Nah, yes and no. It has to do with the way it closes, but not so much with it locking. Think about this. Say you were in an emergency. I don't want to say someone robs the place, but say someone robs the place, or say the place catches on fire by some freak accident. The chances of everyone panicking, or the chances of everyone staying calm and walking out calmly, are going to be 0 to none. Right? It's not going to happen. If there's an active shooter, if there's a robbery, if there's a fire, people are going to panic and they're all going to run for the exit. Correct? Now,
yeah.
If everybody is pushing to get out and the door opens into the building, so someone has to pull that door while everyone is pushing against the door to try and get out, what's going to happen? Everybody's going to get stuck because everyone's hoarding against that door and pushing, trying to get out to safety. You're not allowing the person at the door to actually pull the door to open it. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
So for safety reasons, the door opens out so that in case that happens, if someone's pushing the door, that door theoretically is going to fly open. And the next problem is people going to trip and get trampled on. But that's not the customer. That's not the problem with the company. That's the problem of people panicking. So the reason doors open to the outside on a commercial building is because in case of a panic, you're trying to get out of the building and you don't want to be pulling a door to go out. Also, have you ever noticed like if TSTC, when you're leaving S126, the lab that Ms. Perales is typically in, and you're walking out towards the driveway, you notice that the doors down that hallway, when you walk out of Ms. Perales' classroom, the back of the door is facing you. You ever notice that? The door opens to the exit. You ever notice that? If you haven't, I can guarantee you it does. And the reason that happens is for the same thing. If for whatever reason there is an emergency and you're running and you see that door open and you push that door to close it, the last thing you want is that door hitting the jamb and slapping you back in the face. No, you push that door is going to slam shut and you keep running. All right. So that's why doors open towards the exit. Have you ever noticed, like if you work in an office, you'll notice the doors in the front half of the building open towards the front door. The doors towards the back half of the building open towards the emergency exit in the back. Mainly because if there's a fire, you can run. It's basically directing you to run towards that nearest exit. As opposed to in a house, if you're trying to get to safety, typically you're trying to get to safety from outside of your house to get into your house. So you run and open the door in. Also, you don't want to be having to pull the door while you're trying to have groceries. If you have groceries in your hand or something like that, or a lot of bags, trying to pull that door would be very difficult, as opposed to you just twist the knob or hit or squeeze the knob or whatever type of knob you have and you push it with your shoulder or your back or your arm or whatever, the door would open. All right, so just fun facts about doors. I recommend paying attention next time you guys go out into public, whether that be a good while or immediately. Either way, we would come in, we have this entrance, and then I need a door here for my AC closet. I need a door here to come in from my garage. I need a door here to come into my utility room, but everything else is basically open. All right. Does anyone have any questions on what's going on for your garage door? If I remember correctly, you need an 18-foot garage door. So for your garage door, what you're going to do is you're going to offset. You can do it two ways. You can either have one big 18-foot door, or if you have a bigger garage like mine, you can have two 9-foot garage doors. I'm going to go with the two 9-foot garage doors. So I'm going to go 6 inches. We'll go offset 6 inches this way and 6 inches that way. That'll give me a foot. I'm going to offset 9 feet and 9 feet. All right. Now what's going to happen here, if I can trim out that, trim out that, trim out that, trim out that. All right. And now here, well, I said it's a 9 foot wide. Typically garage doors are anywhere between 7 and 8 feet tall. So I'm gonna go 8 feet back, 9 feet over, 8 feet forward. And what this is representing is the overhead garage door. So once again, because it's above, it's hidden. And I mirror it over. So you can have it like this and have 2 garage doors, 2 single 8-foot doors or 9-foot doors, depending on how you want to do it. Or the other way to do it is, let me just copy this over. The other way to do it would be I did 6 and 6, so let me just move it back. Just having one big door. And that have one big one. All right, so 2 ways to do it. You can have one big one or 2 small ones. All right, that is completely up to you, depending on the style that you're going for on your house. Me personally, I like this one, so I'm gonna go with that one. And I will delete that one. But I will leave that up to you. That's for your garage door. All right. So what is needed from you at the end of the week, once again, is your walls, doors, windows, garage door, and major furniture being your utility room, your kitchen areas, your restrooms. And then for your AC closet, all you really have to do is put in a little rectangle. You don't really need to leave anything in there right now. You can just leave that blank as long as you have that. All right. Yes, that'll be it. Does anyone have any questions?
Nope.
You could put the AC room in the garage, right?
You can put the AC room in the garage the way I have it shown, but the door has to be to
The inside.
Yes, because it is pulling in the air from the house to clean it or filter it and recycle it, right?
Okay.
But you can't have it here. The door has to be here into the garage. So in this case, if I were to start putting my doors, let me grab this and put this one right here. Just so I can start filling out this area. This one, it's 4 feet. I'm probably gonna put a 2-foot door. Let's go 3 feet. In that case, let me just grab this door. All right. And your door does not have to be fully open like this. Some people don't like to show them at full swing. Some people like to show them swinging at 45 degrees or 30 degrees, just so they're not taking up so much space. That's fine too. All right. If you want to have it swinging at a smaller angle, so it's not taking up so much space, you can do that too. So you can have it like this, but you do have to have the swing just so we can know that it does open. You can have it at a full 90, that's up to you. And then this here, Wrong color. That's gonna be a shelf. All right. Any questions? Comments? Concerns? All right. So one thing I'm gonna need from you at the end of the semester, at the end of the week, when you turn in your assignment, so it's gonna be this drawing, and I'm gonna need your square footage being your total square footage, your living area, garage, patio, and entry. So what does that mean? You need to do your total square footage. So you notice this goes all the way around. Now I do my list command. I'm at 299.22 with 2494.22. So let me do some text here at a big enough size. Let me do some text here at a big enough size so it's legible. So total square footage, it was 2494.22, I believe, right? Yeah, 2494.22. All right. So what I'm also going to need is patio square footage. I'm going to need entry square footage, living square footage, and garage square footage. All right. So here, let me put an equal sign and I'll give it some space. Kind of line this up a little bit. As best as I can. You know what? Boom. Because I'm a little bit of a neat freak and it annoys me. So there. Now they're all lined up and I will have to come in and now I need to get, so I have my total square footage. Now I need to do the square footage for my entry. So my entry, I like to do rectangles and polylines. So I'm gonna come from this corner to this corner. If you notice, I'm coming to the brick ledge, not to the stucco or siding. I'm going to the actual wood on my square footage. So that will be the difference. Li, so this one is going to be 30.96. So here for entry, it's going to be 30.96. That was this one. My patio is going to be here to the edge of my brick. That's 72. So we have our entry and our patio. Now to do the garage. So the garage, I'm gonna use a polyline. I'm gonna go from my edge of brick along my wood, come up. In this case, I'm going to come across and I'm going to follow out to here and then close. So just so you guys can see this in a different color, I'm gonna change it to a different color that's more noticeable. That's that one, and that one. All right, so this is what I did. Came in here. Then I need to do the lift command to get it. This is 412.72. So my garage is 412.72. And now for my total. My total, I have to go along the edges of everything that I clicked before. That's why I didn't delete it. So I have to go this one, follow it, follow it, follow it, follow it. And this time I'm gonna come this way, that way, right there, along this edge, along this edge, and then close. And that should be this one. So this one, if you notice here, I followed around this, along the edge of this one, along the edge of this one. I made sure they did not cross each other at any point. Do my list. So this is 1978.61. 1978.61. All right. Theoretically, if I added these all up, it should be this one. It all just depends on my rounding. So let's try it here. We'll go 72 plus 30.60, 96 plus 61 plus 41.72. It's close. Once again, because of my rounding, but it is pretty close. All right, so in that case, I'll just come in and just put my added amount. All right, and I can come back and delete these polylines that I created. So this is what I'm gonna need at the end of the week. Obviously, I don't have my windows on here, but it's gonna be your text. It's gonna be this text here with your walls, doors, windows, garage door, restrooms furnished, kitchen furnished, utility room furnished, and you can even do your closets. All right, those will be the major rooms to set up. You can also go ahead and label your rooms. So to label your rooms, you can use the same text I used here, which is going to be the 0.25 text. All right, the 0.25 text should do fine to label the rooms in here, and you should be good to go. All right, so if I did this, I could come like this. I could say, kitchen, dining, living, master bedroom, this will be bedroom 1 or bedroom 2, I guess, since the master is technically bedroom 1. bedroom 3. Garage. This will be AC. This will be the nook / reading area. Or it could just be a reading area. Utility. Grab them all and put them under the correct layer. All right. I don't need to label the restrooms because that's pretty straightforward. You don't need to label the closets because that's pretty common sense. If you have it furnished out, then I'll know what it is. But everything else, you would need to label it just so that I'm aware of what it is. If you want to go as far and start putting the room sizes in there, you can do that as well, but that's not necessary at this point. All right. But this is what is expected from you on Sunday. All right. Does anyone have any questions?
Oh.
All right. Well, that's basically it, guys. I don't have really much else. I'll stop recording.